In this demo, I wanted to demonstrate how we can combine multiple sales orders into one box when we release items to the warehouse. First, let's examine the items. We have configured two different items. One is the stuffed toy, which is a reindeer. It's rather large, so it will need a big box. Its dimensions are 1¼ foot by 1¼ foot by 1¼ foot, and it occupies this volume. There's also another toy, which is also stuffed, which is a bunny. It is considerably smaller, only approximately 1³ foot. So these toys trickled in, and they will go to the same customer. Also, there is a subsequent order, which is to be shipped today, belonging to a different customer. We will release them all together and see how the system generates the work. One of the ways to release the orders is through our release to warehouse screen. This screen lists all of the orders which are still open and need to be released. We can apply a filter to the screen, for example, to look only at the orders which are to be released today, which is signified by this T letter. So these are the 3 orders that must be released today, and we'll just add them and we'll release them to the warehouse. Note that this process can be put into the batch and achieve the same result without user intervention. The system has created 2 shipments for 2 customers and 3 orders. It also has created the wave for the first shipment and included the second shipment into the same wave. Then the system went ahead and created the work. So let's take a look at the wave itself. Just a moment. Okay, here it is. So with the wave, let's take a look at a few things. First of all, let's examine the work it generated. It has generated 2 sets of work instructions. The work template does the breakdown, in this particular case, by shipment and by a customer ID. So each customer will get its own shipment, its own package, and if there are multiple shipments belonging to the same customer record but going to 2 different destinations, the system will make that breakdown to you. So what is interesting here is the containerization history. I have configured a number of boxes, which I will also introduce during the real demo at the beginning, and we'll see how the system does determination of the boxes. So right now the system has determined that the reindeer needs to go to the big box, but then because these 2 items belonging to 2 different sales orders, they will go to the same destination. The system has combined them from multiple sales orders into actually one box. So the bunny will also fit into the same box, and the system also generates the box ID, the carton ID, which we can print on a label. And later we'll see how the user is instructed to attach that label to that size of the box. The second order, the order for the second customer, it's actually the third order, will go into the biggest box, but then the system will try to downsize it so that it fits. It was only the small rabbit, the bunny, and thus it can fit into the smaller box, and it successfully fit into one of the smallest boxes that I've set up. So that's how the system works with containerization during the wave creation. So this wave, I set up the template so that I will, the wave is created, but nobody can work on it yet, so I'll release it. Once I've released the wave, the users might work the printed tickets, or they can use the system-directed methodology. I will, in my example, I'll use the printed ticket example. So let's assume I printed out the work order, and I will go and scan the work ID. So this is a minor modification. The system out of the box, it determines the container IDs and all that. The only thing that it wasn't doing, it did not instruct the user to pick up that number of boxes. And right now, through this small modification, I'm instructing the picker to pick this box and attach this label to this box. Then the system directs me to go to this location where the reindeers are. And I'm scanning the license plate with the reindeers where I'm picking the reindeer from. Then the system directs me to the same or the different location where the bunnies are. Actually, in this case, it just wants me to signify and validate whether I'm putting this into the right container, which I must remember the container ID for the real demo, and it's 20105. So this is what the system is expecting. So the modification could be to validate that I'm putting it into the right box. Then the system directs me to a different location to pick the bunny. And what I'll do, LP, let's hope it's a bunny, not a rabbit, and see. And then the system instructs me to put this box with multiple items in it into the shipping station. If there are multiple boxes, I will just continue working through the system, and the system, the modification should take care about verifying whether I'm putting the right things to the right boxes. So I've put the items to the shipping location, and let's take a look at the work. The work is closed and finished. So this is how we are able to combine the lines from multiple sales orders that will end up being shipped in one box. Also, one more thing is that you could do the auto release to warehouse on a periodic basis, which will create the corresponding waves. And include the sales orders which are not delivered and some other criteria which you see as suitable. For example, you could first release the rush orders and then the ground orders, etc. And you could put this processing and auto release into a batch and specify the recurrence. How often do you want to release and create all these waves? So this is how we would take care of the requirement number one.